In today's video, I'm going to compare the Sonos Era 100 to the Apple HomePod Generation 2, as well as the Sonos One. All three very similar speakers at very similar price points that do very similar things, and we'll just see how they sound. What I have for you is recorded audio of each of these speakers set up in the exact same way using the exact same microphone with decibel levels and peak meters all hitting pretty much at the exact same place. Decibels reading between 75 and 80 decibels in the room, and the peak meters on my recording software are hitting somewhere at or below -6 dB. So we're hearing the same loudness, but how does it sound? Let's go ahead and take a listen.
Hey there, my friend, how you been? Set 'em up, put some wailing on, and then leave me with a bottle, dim the lights, I'm backsliding.
So what are my thoughts here? First, let's start off with the Era 100. I thought it sounded really good. It was crisp. It had a little bit more top-end sparkle to it. And in the room, I would say that it has those two speakers that are on either side, and it did give a little bit better stereo field. As for the Sonos One, it was definitely more mid-range focused, and the vocals sort of sat a little bit further back. There wasn't a ton of bass. Not really a ton of bass was picked up by either of the Sonos speakers. Wasn't a ton of bass, but I thought it sounded good. Maybe a little fizzy and kind of weird. Whereas the HomePod, to me, had a little bit more open and a little bit more balanced sound. So which one Did I ultimately prefer? I think actually, I mean, none of them are bad. And if you have any of them, you're in good shape. And if you're shopping for any of these products, you'll be fine. The Sonos One is probably still available out there somewhere. And if you want to save a little bit of money, then you could go for a Sonos One. I think the Sonos would definitely be good paired in stereo. I have even the Sonos Play One, I still have it paired in stereo in my room, and they sound fantastic. But my favorite overall would I think I have to go with the HomePod. It just had the more open sound, and the bass sort of filled the bottom end, and there was just a nice separation to everything. And I'd be really curious to know what a stereo HomePod setup sounded like. I might have to get myself another HomePod to see how that sounds. So while I think the Sonos Era 100 is an improvement over the Sonos One, and nobody would kick it out of the bed for eating crackers, for me, the HomePod Gen 2 is really the winner of this. You let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm sure we'll have a boisterous discussion. Which one deserves your $250-ish? Thanks so much for being here. Do hit the subscribe button. Come back and see me again. I'm going to be doing some more comparisons. I got an Era 300 review still to come on these new Sonos products. I hope I'll see you again soon. Once again, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Until the next time, I am out.